So, without further ado, last time we started off with you guys taking a breather in this cave after the defeat of the two giantkin. Started exploring, finding another of the dead party before, along with the large casks of mead, baskets of odd supplies. You also found a small narrow tunnel leading elsewhere, but found it had other entrances. Started snooping around, bringing the barrels to the now fixed cart, and you headed into a stone burial chamber. Kind of old and, well, stony, but cold. You did find a young, tied up, and gagged dwarf, Houndson. After freeing him, he explained he was checking out the giants, but unfortunately they were not as friendly as he had hoped. But he was also more than willing to help you explore the cave, and seemingly afterward more than willing to help venture with you guys. Very affable. But together, heading further into this burial chamber, single room, plenty of artwork carved into the walls, and a singular large stone in the center, covering something. All of your efforts combined was barely enough to move the rock, revealing a skeletal form clutching a pearl and a wand. Phineas took these to inspect later and headed into another chamber of frozen over stream bread, along with his very own bear, who you woke up. This very quickly turned into a battle as the bear was cornered, now attacked with magic. You did quickly take out the beast, but not without Mokatir taking some heavy damages in the meantime. Hauling the bear back to the fire, resting for the evening. All but one of you got some sleep, as Phineas unfortunately had nightmares, making his rest very restless. And some of you spoke a little about some things and noticed a ruined bear carcass that the young dwarf inadvertently ruined in his attempt. But when you woke up, decided to bring the sheep within and goats back to the town of Goodmead, along with the dead, and of course, the casks of mead. Not much trouble heading back as you arrived, and you were welcome to the town, especially by Olivessa Untapor, who even asked Mokatir if he wanted to run for town speaker against Shandar Froth upcoming election. But afterwards, you were ushered into the mead hall, and those of you who were willing were fed mead and snacks as people kind of lightly celebrated the return of the mead and the defeat of the giants. And one even called you the Bear Slayers, as Houndson, I believe, recanted the tale of the killing of this large cave bear. But talking to each other and hearing tales of things going on in other towns, gathered each other and yourselves, after this mid-morning revelry, decided to head to Dugan's Hole down the road, see about some problem they have with wolves. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys are leaving in the late morning as a low light of day finally arrives. As you are starting to head out, Phineas kind of like, you know, guys, I didn't actually get a lot of sleep last night. I think I'm gonna sit back here and take a few notes from people. I'll find out what I can and catch up with you guys in Dugan's Hole. As he looks pretty tired. As soon as he can. He says he'll fly over there with his wings willing, and as long as there's no blizzards. Leaving you to your trek across the snow.
Be careful in the snow, Mr. Bird.
No,
Yes, take care of yourself.
yeah, I just needed to go check on a few things and make sure I'm not leaving anything out of the story.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know what I feel about you writing a story about me, but okay.
Oh, you just have to find all of the pieces before you put them together.
He Well, good luck with your story and stay safe, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, you as well. And he heads back, kind of like right as you guys are on the trail, immediately heads back to Goodmead. But I'll leave you guys to take the. It's about a 4 hour trek to Dugan's Hole from Goodmead. There's a loose trail that might have been a road at one point, now pretty covered in snow and frost. Is there anything you'd like to do along your journey as you travel?
What do we know about Dugan's Hole? What is Dugan's Hole?
Dugan's Hole isn't known for a whole lot. I would say the majority of you, actually, yeah, probably all of you would have heard that Dugan's Hole, aside from Draxius, uh, would know that Dugan's Hole is. There's a weird kind of set of standing stones there, as that's kind of its only real landmark. But it's barely a hamlet, like maybe 50 people living there. It's a good place for a fishing hole, right at the edge of the Red Waters. Typically, trappers and gatherers are those that live there. No real farms, but it does have a good fishing spots, as it's right on the edge, and that set of standing stones.
Dugan's Hole refers to ice fishing. Interesting. Oh, it's quite a walk, so strap in.
Yes, and I'm not quite familiar with Dugan's Hole. Is anybody else here from the area?
There's not much reason to go to Dugan's Hole.
But yeah, I'm kind of from just anywhere, you know. I mean, there was this particular spot out in the wilds, but you know, not really Dugan's Hole, no. But I'm sure they're friendly people. They gotta be friendly people, right?
Unlikely. They're a secluded people.
The environment up here tends to make people the opposite of happy, good people.
Well, I mean, I guess I've been kind of lucky, you know. People have been treated me pretty nicely.
All I'm saying is just be prepared if you do not get the warmest welcome.
It'll be okay.
Letters, do you perhaps know at least the way there? I mean, we have a trail, but just in case we get lost.
There are some landmarks between here and there we can follow. We shouldn't lose too much time if
Yeah.
the trail goes.
You would also know it's right along the side of the waters too, or the frozen lake.
Case, yeah. Worst case, we head south to the lake and follow it.
Fair enough. You passed the test.
Sure.
Alrighty. Well, as you guys leave Goodmead, passing the test, how are you guys traveling? Like, what are you keeping close? Someone leading the charge, as you say, down the proverbial path? Someone scouting ahead, or you guys just kind of close knit?
Unless Letters doesn't want to scout ahead, I would probably be on the vanguard.
I have to carry a light source, so scouting is awkward.
Well, this time of day, I will say, is the beginning of the quote unquote daylight hours. So there is kind of low light conditions. Like you might be able to see the moon hung in the sky ever so lightly, just the faintest hint of sunlight. So everyone can see for the next 4 or so hours.
I would probably be staying close to the front and like not leading because I don't know exactly where I'm going, but just wanting to be like, oh, trying to take charge, but not really.
Are you trying to keep up with the strides of me and Draxius?
Oh yeah. I mean, I can do this. My
Fair
short
enough.
little legs.
All right, Severage and Alara kind of keeping the rear flank.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Like,
All right, so kind of like how you guys are
Yeah.
arranged. If you're going forward northwise, if you are north, heading that way. Maybe Severage and Alara a little bit further back.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Fair enough. And then I will
Mhm.
have go with Mokatir, roll me the first d20, and Draxius roll me the second. As you make your journey. All right, getting a 17. Alrighty. Traveling along the snow-covered road, it doesn't look like any blizzards are about to pass over you. And luckily enough, the 4 hours do go by uneventfully until you arrive at the small hamlet. Oh, wrong one. Of Dugan's Hole, which is a very small town, like maybe 20 buildings or so. And you would notice on the southern side of town, there is a nearly 20-foot, nearly triangular shaped circle of stones on the southern edge. Frozen waters, a dock near the center. But as you see the town proper, out of the trees near the edge of the road, you would hear a whimpering, a whining, as a nearly the size of a horse wolf limps his way, or its way, out of the trees, whimpering towards you all, seemingly hurt or some sort. And it's a good, like, maybe 30, 40 feet away from you all, just kind of limping along.
Knowing that there are dangerous wolves in the area, Mokatir is definitely gonna unsheath his axe.
You say it's just limping? Does it look like is there blood on it?
Give me a perception check, looking for blood.
I got a
With a
15.
15. You do see blood on it.
Okay. Like
Uh,
its own blood, maybe? Was a 15 good enough for me to determine that?
I'd say that would be an insight check.
Okay. Yeah, I want to know if it's pretending. How smart is this wolf? Is it pretending to limp along? I've seen dogs limp along. Try to fool you.
As the wolf actually, as it's whimpering, calls out. You're not sure if it's Stoneblood. Kind of calls out lowly. Oh, I mean you no harm, strangers. I just checking. I saw people coming. What brings you to this town?
Wolves.
Oh, you have found me. I am Koran. I am sorry to frighten you. I mean no harm to you or the town. Sorry to have scared them. Why would you come for wolves?
We heard that wolves were attacking the town.
Oh, no. Oh, and kind of like leans on his leg a little bit. Still staying like a good like 25, 30 feet away from you all. That would be Garagai. He kidnapped a couple of the townsfolk. Maybe he howled like a wolf occasionally. He's a brute known for, well, kind of looks to his leg as he kind of leans on it. He routinely kicked me by, well, for nearly anything. I believe there are 2 taken from this town, kept prisoner right now.
Do you know the way to where they're being kept prisoner?
I do. It is at the lodge, where Garagai, keeps them. No more than half a day's walk, west of town. I would happily escort you, and help keep dangers at bay.
How are you going to keep dangers at bay with your leg like that? Let me take a look at it.
Oh, my simple presence is usually intimidating enough. I mean, you all even drew your weapon.
I'm gonna walk towards him when he says he'll keep things at bay. I'm gonna start walking towards him.
He shies away a little bit, seemingly intimidated almost. Oh, no, I don't want to be found out. I simply want to be rid of Garagai or help out the town as best I can.
Yeah, well,
And
you're
why?
not going to be much use with that leg like that. Stop pulling away. Let me take a look at it.
And why would you want to help the town?
No, I just want to get revenge on Garagai. He is, as I said, beat me several times. His limp is an old injury from, well, repeated beatings or not listening. I can only take so much. He'll get his just desserts.
And if we take care of this Garagai, you will leave the town alone yourself?
Oh, of course, I wouldn't go into town anyways, or between you and me, far too many of them have scared me away several times. Just begging for scraps. Food is scarce all over.
And we have your word on this.
Of course, I give my word as good as I can speak it.
Mo would look to the rest of the party.
Can I see if he's lying?
Give me an insight check. And he will keep shying away from... Fair enough. From the dwarven figure. Alara, as he's speaking, it's hard to catch a lie out of him. But you would notice occasionally, as he's backing away from your dwarven comrade, his limp seems to change leg to leg, as if he almost forgets which leg he's supposed to be limping on. I assure you, if you follow me, I can lead you there. It is half day's travel, and should get there before full dark. Might even make it to the twilight.
Didn't you just say it was a day and a half travel?
No, it's half a day's travel.
Oh, okay.
A little more than half a day's walk west of town. And just kind of like waits timidly, tail tucked down pretty low.
I woke up to Mekatu. Kind of just it's like he's not lying about leading us there. But he keeps switching his limp.
Is that so?
Yeah.
As you say that, are you whispering to try to keep it out of the earshot of the wolf?
I'm whispering to try and keep it out of the earshot, knowing full well that this is a canine.
Fair
It's
enough.
like,
With
Give
big
me
ol' ears.
give me a stealth check to see how quietly you can whisper it to Mo.
okay, let's see. Okay.
18, seemingly unheard.
Okay.
What say you all? You seem well traveled enough.
I say, enough with this charade. What are you playing at?
As he points the axe to the wolf.
And kind of like rears back. You would hear a low growl come from beyond the trees as a second wolf, just as big, maybe a little bigger, walks out of the trees. He's been beaten bad. Listen. Follow us back to the Giant's Lodge. Help us get revenge on this Garagai. He'll think twice before he hurts either one of us again.
And are there any more of you hiding in the bushes?
The first wolf kind of lowly backs away. No, it is just me, Kanan and Koran. We are brothers. Yes, and some of us are the bigger brother. If you know what's good for you, you'll follow us. If you hope to see those children alive again.
We say what's good for us. What happens if we don't follow you?
The children will most certainly die. If you care for their lives.
I mean, I don't like. I feel like you're trying to trick me. You were hiding out there in the woods while this guy was here, just chatting away. Very, very odd and suspicious. And Mama told me, my mom, she told me, I shouldn't, just trust anybody, I guess.
The gruffer one kind of scoffs a little bit, while the kind of still trying to limp on one of his legs, not sure which at the time, speaks out. Your mother sounds like a wise woman. Surely she would know. And you could trust your conscience. And as he says that, the other wolf snaps out at him. If you care at all, trust us or not, the choice is yours. It is awfully cold in that lodge. They won't suffer much longer. It's only a matter of time before Garagai skins and eats them.
A lodge? I thought you said there was a giant's cave.
It was his home. We can't make
I'm
your
gonna look at the
decisions
one that's.
for you.
It seems like you're trying to make your decisions for this. Your brother, your younger brother, smaller brother.
And the smaller one, very slightly smaller. No, we make decisions together. While the older one, Kanan, or Corin, let's go. They'll freeze in this town just as the rest of them will. They don't want to save any of them. Oh, okay. Whatever you say, Kanan.
See, exactly. That's what I just said. You don't make decisions together.
And
Quite
they
obvious.
do kind of start heading north around the space, slowly into the little bit of woods around the town of Dugan's Hole.
We follow, even if it is an ambush. It would be pointing us in the right direction, at least.
The lodge is supposedly to the west. They're heading to the north. They don't want to walk through the village.
Yeah, they're going around the village for sure.
We will miss our opportunity soon enough.
Here to kill wolves.
Let's go.
You want to follow them, Alara?
Well, at least for long enough to get an idea of where they're actually heading. And
Draxius?
if we know where
Sorry.
they're heading, we'll be able to pick them off first.
If we don't
Are you
run
able to
into
hear
their
me?
trap first. Now we can.
Yes.
Ah, I solved the problem. Draxius has been very, very quiet this whole time, but off camera, he's been just sort of stretching and limbering up, ready for a fight. Very
Fair enough.
quietly, and I think when Mokatir or anybody gestures over to him, he just says, "When do we go?"
Letters?
If we're gonna do it, we might as well do it now.
Very well, we shall follow you.
The one limping kind of stops for a moment and nods you along. The one ahead of him, the older one, Kanan. You have made a wise choice. Garagai won't know what hit him.
I fear neither will we. In a hushed tone.
And the younger one that was limping previously, not seemingly, I would say, Alara, with your previous insight check, he's barely limping at this point. He kind of waits for everyone to pass to kind of keep kind of between you and the two wolves. As Kanan, the older one, stalwartly kind of carries on, traveling at a slower pace so you guys can keep up. Slow for a wolf. So,
And they've been speaking common this whole time, right?
They have. Absolutely.
So how is it that two... And these are winter wolves, right?
Give me a nature check. Seemingly, they're about the size of a horse. Large white fur, lightly glowing blue eyes. Not quite glowing. I'd say you've heard tales of winter wolves. This kind of fits the description. Draxius, these are very big wolves. Pure white. Matches the snow. Much like the polar bears.
Do all
No.
wolves talk up here? Is this a normal thing?
If they have been blessed good enough.
Blessed by whom?
Could be a curse depending on who you ask. The Frostmaiden, of course. Or one of her followers. There are druids that give sentient life to those.
And would you say you are blessed or cursed?
I would say we were born this way. We don't need the Frostmaiden to help us anymore. The lesser one, I say lesser, they are about the same size, but Koran, I like to think of it as a blessing and a curse. We can talk, but there are many who don't understand us. It makes things run more. We get fed good enough, though.
Fed? By whom?
Garagai on occasion. Kanan
What
kind of snarls at
what
that.
does he feed you?
This and that. Never mind what he feeds us. If he wishes to survive the tundra, I suggest being quiet. Lest we are found out by something greater than us out there. Don't draw attention.
And Mo would probably zip his lips, but still keep his axe at the ready.
Okay, fair enough. And I do have a little... Here's a little art. For you guys, of the two wolves. But, traveling along with Kanan and Koran, kind of going around the same way that you guys got here, like formation-wise. We'll go with Alara. Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Not even getting inside the town of Dugan's Hole.
Shit.
It's not necessarily good or bad.
Okay.
Seeing dark clouds in the distance. The darkness does overtake the group as light fades from midday. Are you guys utilizing torches or lanterns? I know Mo took the lantern from the body in the cave.
Does that shed light like a normal lantern does?
I think it's 30-30. It does.
And it's
it turns.
And it's a circle too, right?
It is a circle too, yeah.
I think I would just use the bullseye lantern that I have. So
Fair enough.
I would light that because I know that there are people that can't see in the dark with us.
Lighting the way with like a flashlight ahead. Traveling on the better part of 3 or so hours across this tundra, windswept. As you're traveling, you would hear barking and howling not too far off. As it looks like maybe about 100 feet away to the north, you would see a pack of 6 wolves slowly stalking your direction.
Regular wolves or like big wolves like them?
Give me a perception check as you try and keep an eye out. They look like regular wolves. Still very big, you know, the size of Mo or even Draxius.
Are these part of your kin?
They are not. We can scare them away easily enough. Let them get close so they can see the fear. And at that, Kanan stops a little bit, facing the direction the wolves are kind of stalking. And kind of like a zigzag sort of formation, these wolves start slowly approaching. Do you guys do anything as they approach? Or want to do anything, see anything?
I guess just Mo's in front of the party. Just acts up, waiting to swing if something goes south.
Alright.
Is everybody
The-
ready
the-
if things do go south?
The ones that we're traveling with said that these are not with them.
Correct.
I think Draxius pulls out a javelin in his right hand and sort of taps Mo to get his attention and sort of a like yes or no, like should I loose one real quick?
Not yet. Like he'll give like a hand motion to like steady.
Draxius definitely will wait.
Fair enough. Who here is proficient with nature?
Yeah.
I would say the two of you, roll me a nature check as these wolves approach, and everyone else kind of readies themselves for what could possibly happen. All right, with a 16 and a 17, the two of you notice that these wolves are pretty gaunt from starvation, looking for anything. Like very, very, very thin wolves. They're the saddest wolves you've ever seen, probably. But as they approach, Kanan lets out a low growl. As they get to about 30 feet away, Kanan, you see his breath start getting bigger. You can see your breath in the cold. His extends out and then in, like almost he's breathing in the cold air and breathing it out again as he looses a essentially cone of frosty air towards these wolves, barking and growling at them. The wolves kind of whimper and start backing away. Karan will tell you, "Oh, don't worry. Kanan's got this. It shouldn't be too much trouble. They're just looking for easy pickings. Don't stray from the pack."
Wasn't worried for a moment.
You would see a light smile come across Karan's toothy face. A moment or two passes with Kanan kind of stepping out, watching the wolves, making sure they pass. And they do. They eventually pass behind you guys and continue heading southward. Kanan will say, "Well, that's done with. Let us make haste. We are nearly there." And continues heading westward.
I guess we will be following. Unless anybody else has any objections.
If they were going to betray us,
I mean,
that would
this
have been a very
this seems really suspect, but yeah, I'm following.
All right. Going in the same formation for another hour, 2 hours. As it's just this kind of darkened expanse beyond, but jutting up out of the vast tundra, you see a towering edifice built entirely of ice, dome structure easily 3 times its height and width of any building found in the 10 towns. Essentially a large ass igloo. You would see 3 tall openings on the eastern side. A good 20 foot high, probably. 2 smaller ones that are maybe 15. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The first door is nearly 30 feet high. The 2 on either side are about 20 feet high.
Oh wow, that could fit my mom pretty easily, I think.
As I have your
It's
old
not
token.
ominous at all.
No, not at all. And your Garagai is residing within?
Yes, he is in there.
Do you have a door that you guys only use, or do we have to go in the front door?
Asking that. Oh. We go through whichever door we wish. If you wish to catch him in his space, the largest center chamber would be the one to take.
And what are in the others?
I believe one of them would have the children. Somewhere in there.
Were the children taken? I don't see what you guys or this fella that you don't like would gain from taking children from a town that's tiny and I can't imagine could supply you with much.
Exactly. Why would we take the children? Garagai has his foul machinations. I don't know what he intends.
Is Garagai a wolf like you guys?
The Garagai is a mighty frost giant.
Oh, I thought he was a wolf.
No.
Oh no, I could have told you that. You know, he was a giant. You know, you can tell by kind of the names and the sounds you make.
You should bring this up sooner. You
Oh.
failed the test.
But oh, okay. I'll try harder next time. Yeah. No. I mean, I got this. Yeah. Maybe we could talk to him. He might be nice.
I tried talking to a
No
giant.
offense, Howson, but how well did that go last time?
They can't all be bad. Mama was very nice. Mom was very nice.
Did your mother kidnap children?
No, she found me. I wasn't kidnapped.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bad.
Kidnapping
Nothing bad happened to me.
is
Like she raised me. You know, taught me to survive.
Well, do you feel like surviving now?
Yeah? Why wouldn't I?
And we should be very careful of our options.
Okay.
I mean, I would not like to tangle with a frost giant. Unless these wolves do as they say.
We will not leave you here.
Mm.
Well, a frost giant is no easy battle. I at least know that.
Are the wolves like right near us?
Yeah, they're kind of right behind you guys, staring at this large, better lack of a term, igloo. Kind of eyeing the central chamber. Garagai
Well-
is through there. We'll keep an eye and make sure those other wolves don't come and intrude on your job. Your tasks. I am so sorry. The children are in there somewhere as well.
You're not helping us fight Garagai.
We are of little use against a frost giant. We have tried in the past. Yes, and well, our frosty breath does nothing. He knows our weaknesses. And, well, we do very little against him.
I mean, you got some pretty big teeth and claws there.
All the better for him to break.
Well, we could have a joint assault. We would probably have much better chances of succeeding if we had your help.
And Corinne kind of stays a little quiet, looking out into the blustering wilderness beyond, while Kanan, we were trying to help you, help the town. Leading you here should be good enough.
No. You are trying to help us help you get out from under the thumb of an abuser.
The big thumb.
Snowball. Snowball. He was essentially trying to say potato.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I was about to ask, like, I beg your pardon.
snowballs and
Are,
snowballs.
are we cursed now?
I don't believe I've heard that saying before.
Where's the bird when you need him?
You would see Coran look around in the sky. She has not flown yet tonight. I think we are safe.
So, just so that we know, you want us to go in there to deal with your master, while you keep the wolves out.
Exactly.
Very well. Please keep the wolves out, and we will figure out a way to deal with your master.
Karan will just simply say, "Best of luck."
I mean, if you don't like him how he treats you, why don't you just leave, go somewhere else? You guys came and found us. You could have just kept going.
We are intrinsically tied, and thus
Is he the reason you guys can talk?
he just stays quiet. Karan, check the flanks. Looks to you all. We'll be keeping an eye out. He kind of starts wandering off into the darkness beyond.
So,
Rand, is your foot okay?
He's walking away. He seems like he's walking perfectly fine at this point.
Yeah.
as soon as I think that they'd be out of earshot because they're wolves with giant ears,
Mm-hmm.
he would look at everybody else. So, I do not think we have the best chances of fighting a frost giant, especially without our Eric Cochran friend. Do you think we should just save the townsfolk and leave?
Are that easy?
I'm sure we'll have to deal with the wolves, but it is not a frost giant.
We're trusting that there are even townsfolk here to save.
Hmm.
They were the bait, and we are the real meat, whatever they're after.
Well,
We got two options. Go in, look around, figure out what to do, or fight the wolves.
pretty much. I don't think
We-
they'll let us leave.
Unlikely.
We don't know if they were being honest about the hostages, but we do know that they are going to betray us.
They had a pretty good opportunity earlier, but yes.
They are
That's the
cowards.
expected.
They would not attack us unless they knew they could win.
Who's
This
to
is
say
their
that they
game.
don't? Who's to say they do not attack us after we've dealt with their master?
I don't think we should give them the opportunity. I think we should return, attack them when they approach us, kill them, and then come and see if there are actually hostages.
Well, based on what they said, I think each of these passages or doorways are different. They lead to different areas. And the main one does look big enough for a giant, so maybe we try one of these side paths?
This is an all too familiar situation.
No, it's totally different. I promise.
Well. Well, let's take it to a vote. Don't know if anybody wants to try diplomatic approach with the giant, but does anybody want to do that? No. Okay. How about exploring these side entrances to see if we can find hostages? Does anybody want to do that?
This is a snowy area. Let's see which one of these doorways has the most traffic.
Yeah, I'm on that
I'll
option.
go wherever you guys go. You know,
Kids couldn't
If
have
we
been here
if
for
we
long.
if we find the kids, good. If we run into the giant, I'll tell him. I'll tell him what's going on. You
Well,
know.
if we run into the giant, I suggest we run.
He will stand there and talk to him and keep him distracted while the rest of us make our escape.
Yes, that is also something you could possibly do.
Yeah, I can do that.
I was not there for my previous companions. I was not there to help them. I will stay with the group. Whatever you all decide.
And who wants to fight the wolves?
That's probably inevitable.
Do you want to fight them now or after we explore this giant
prefer now.
thing?
Are we planning on exploring it after we fight them?
As
Well.
they both have kind of disappeared into the darkness beyond, occasionally seeing their eyes glow in the distance.
Afterwards, I reckon.
Okay.
They weren't lying. Well, at least Koran
They brought us here for
wasn't
something.
lying about the hostages and such.
So at least there are hostages here.
Well, there were, if they're still alive.
I doubt the
Okay.
giant is raising them.
Well, a giant did raise this one. Pointing to Housen.
Yeah, mom was great. You know.
Let's
Okay.
say we go in. Let's say we find hostages and we rescue them. If we have to run from a frost giant, we would be running into a forest with 2 wolves. How many of the hostages will we be leading right into them?
Well, who's to say that the giant knows we took the hostages?
Well, we don't even know there are hostages in there yet. We can determine what to do after we find them, right?
This may be a dumb question. I just assume Houndsden speaks giant.
Yes, of course I do.
Does anybody else?
I do.
Enough.
No.
Okay. So should we go in one of the side entrances then?
See if either one of them has been used recently.
Okay.
Right, looking to see which ones have been used recently. Give me a survival check. Looking out for any recent tracks.
Ooh, not so good.
Anybody or just whoever's looking?
I would say this seems I would allow 2, so Severage and Draxius. Lara, you can we'll say she's helping out. Allowing Draxius to see you don't see any on the interesting. On the through the big one, you would see the wolf footprints going through it. On the southern one, you would also see the wolf footprints. On the northern side, you would see smaller footprints. Humanoid. And to answer your question, Lionhead TM, Alara is the Drow Ranger. Severage is the human rogue. Mokatir is the orc fighter. Draxius is the Goliath paladin. And the dwarf you see is Houndson, the dwarven fighter. Or barbarian, sorry. I'm the penguin. But, yeah, looking at the tracks here, looks like wolf tracks going through the southern of the three, the middle of the three, and on the northern side, looks like smaller footprints.
Nope, we're here for small people.
Like footprints or paw prints?
Footprints. Shoot.
I don't see any giant footprints.
You do not see any giant footprints.
Draxius has pretty big feet.
They are smaller than Draxius's feet.
You see his footprints.
Yeah, I would say they're smaller than Houndson's shoe prints as well.
I'm a big, strong boy.
They're smaller than anyone here. How about that?
So, like,
Okay.
halfling size?
Hopefully children.
Small
have big
children
things
size?
Or
for
like
children.
around children's size, probably, you would imagine.
Say we follow the small prints. That's what we're here for.
Sounds like a plan to me. I am not stealthy. Do you want me leading the way?
Don't see any light sources.
No, it is dark.
So stealth is not necessarily an option.
Oh, I found a lantern on one of your former party members. Do you want this? Seems to still have oil in it.
Is it the magical special lantern?
Yeah.
You can carry it if you want, but it is not necessary. I believe it glows a special color in the presence of winter spirits.
Oh. Well, does anybody else need a light source?
I would appreciate one. But I can also stay back a bit.
Here, you can have the magic lantern.
Thank you.
Does Mo stifle his lantern?
No, he'll have it on.
Okay.
Just because there are people that can't see, and if stealth's not an option, he'll just lead the way with a light source, I guess.
We're going to be walking with a light source, so, like, quite obvious.
Fair enough. So, heading into the northern of the three entrances, still on the western or eastern side of this building, as you approach, the sour stench of decay starts to fill your nostrils, as lying on the ice-packed ground is the frozen corpse of a whale, crudely butchered. Beside it, you see a blade in the shape of a paring knife, probably about the size of a longsword. It looks like the chamber continues onward. Large chamber, 30-foot high ceilings, all icy and cool. The wind kind of well protected from the wind in here, as the winds kind of die down. Yeah, you'd see the body of a whale.
Well, there must have been good fishing. That's at one point before the lake or ocean froze over here.
Still
You
pretty
know,
good fishing if you know how to do it.
I mean, I know how to do a little bit of fishing. I mean, my mom taught me, and I heard a tale that my dad way back when lost a ring to a trout, if you can believe it.
Seems like a reasonable story. I don't know why I wouldn't believe it.
I will.
And you would see the whale is halfway in an alcove on the southern side of this chamber. There'd be another alcove next to it, and beyond looks like it opens up into another space going forward. No light except for yours, and here is your light kind of shimmers along the ice inside.
It'd be better to let those who can see in the dark go forward, and we wait for their signal in case we are needed.
Well, very well. I suppose I can. I assume Alara can see in the dark, and our dwarven friend.
I can't.
A drow that can't see in the dark.
Old injury.
Peculiar. Well, I guess that just leaves me and you, Houndson.
Yep, I can see.
If you two want to look at the room ahead, be my guest.
The rest of us will stay here in the dark and stench.
Very well. And he'll take his lantern and hand it to, I guess, Letters or somebody.
All right. As Letters holds on to the now lit lantern, and Mo and Houndson are going to step forward.
Yeah.
Into the darkness.
Guess so.
What's the signal for us to attack? Oh.
Attack.
And flee?
Run.
Simple enough.
I'm good at this, and we got this.
You're very brave, little guy, but stay close to Mo.
All right, thanks.
Well, we have work to do.
You two head beyond while the other three remain in this chamber with the whale. Is there anything the three of you are doing in this chamber with the whale while you're awaiting with a lantern in here?
Sure. Poke at the whale and see how long it's been dead.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
Ooh.
With a 4. You know it's dead, as part of it has probably been eaten, actually. It's frozen over, so hard to tell time. Could have been a week ago, could have been 2 months ago. It is pretty well frozen, as the temperature is quite cold in here, just like outside. Anything Alar Draxius would like to do?
Draxius is going to actually very, quietly say to Alara, so you cannot see in the dark. Are you not from the Underdark?
No, I was born on the surface.
I too was not raised among my people.
Really? Did you not know your parents?
No, I was not raised in this climate either. It is foreign to me.
Oh. I was raised in the cold. But yeah, no. Never proper darkness. But what made you come here then, if this is definitely not what you're used to?
My other world fell apart. I had nowhere else to go. I thought maybe I could find answers. Instead, just darkness and cold.
Maybe we can help you find answers. Provided we all make it out of this cave alive.
That would be good.
Hmm.
Perhaps we help each other.
Okay.
I just hope the little guy up there is up for the task. This is a bit much for a child.
Yeah, it is.
Speak.
I know I certainly would never send in my young cousins to do any of this stuff.
Speaking of the young child, with Mokatir up ahead, the pair walk past this chamber with the whale. Looks like it opens up greatly to the south. And you would see another chamber to the east. Maybe 20-foot wide hallway that you're in, 30 feet tall.
So we came on the east side, right? So the east is
Yes.
probably like hugging the walls. He would probably, put his back up to the wall on the west side and see if he can like just peek down it.
All right. Yeah, looking down that direction. You would see glimpses of a massive table hewn from a single block of ice standing in the middle of this cold chamber. You do see it surrounded by chairs, also made of ice. Many of the chairs look chipped and cracked from afar.
There might be more than one giant here. I don't suppose wolves need chairs.
I mean, maybe it was a clan, and he's the last one left.
But no movement, right?
Give me a perception check.
I would be listening for like voices of children,
Give me a
or
perception
like
check for listening then.
whimpering. Yeah. I just want to be specific about what I'm looking for.
Fair enough. Mo glancing about the chamber, not seeing anything.
Nat
Hounds
20.
keeping an ear out for anything. Hopefully children. What you do hear is to the south, loud, heavy breathing. To the chamber to the west,
Yeah.
you would hear very hushed voices. And then someone say, shh. A loud hush.
I'm gonna whisper. There's voices in that room over there. I think the giant's sleeping up ahead.
So you heard the voices in the west chamber,
Yes.
and loud, maybe possibly snoring noises to the south.
Heavy
Yeah.
breathing.
So
He needs a CPAP machine.
what is that? All right, we will turn this corner.
Technology.
We'll enter this chamber over here and see if we can find anything. Are you with me?
Yes.
Let's go. Make a quick turn around the wall, I guess, that I'm on.
All right. Heading into this darkened chamber, at the foot of one of these large chairs, very much giant size, you would see actually it's underneath the table, a 1 foot tall stone statue of a spindly creature that you would recognize as the image of a Chwinga. Actually, you wouldn't. Never mind.
None of it. I don't think either one of us
So
would.
yeah, you would just see this spindly-looking stone statue creature standing there, frozen, hands out, no face, kind of that like face mask with nothing atop it, 1 foot tall.
Is it a statue or is it something that was turned into a statue? You know, petrification.
You're unsure. Actually, give me a history check, Hountain. You've been around the wilds of this space before. See if you know anything about Chwingas.
I'm not a smart man,
Yeah, maybe your mom told you a story.
but I do know what love is.
She did not tell you about any Chwingas, so you don't know anything about that.
Fair enough.
But it does look like this chamber comes to an end. With like 6 large chairs in here. A voice calls out from behind one of these chairs. Are you friendly? Hello?
I'm very friendly. Are you friendly?
What, Hudson? Who's asking?
It's me. As you would see a very bundled up 2.5 foot tall kobold. I'm Snorp.
Oh, Norp. There's supposed to be a giant around here who's very mean.
Oh no, there's no giant, but there's 2 really mean dwarves and a mammoth.
A mammoth.
We didn't see the giant for a long time, so we thought it was dead. But now there's dwarves. They won't let us leave.
You are lying to us.
Hoagie and Zubbo, you can come out. These guys are friendly. They're not attacking me as soon as they saw me. As you would see, 2 more bundled up kobolds come out.
And I definitely still have my axe like at the ready with kobolds.
Hey, no, we just want to get out, but the wolves won't let us.
I'm not threatening them at all. I'm just like, oh.
And the mammoth is really mean.
Well, the wolves led us here, telling us there were going to be kids from a town here. So they lied to us.
Oh no, I think there's kids. We saw some kids. Yeah, the wolves brought them here.
Wait, so why are the wolves bringing things here?
I don't know.
Are they eating you?
They didn't eat us yet. I don't know. I think they got a screw loose.
Well, didn't they say? Well, they said something about the Frostmaiden.
I don't know anything
But they
about
also
that.
said, yeah, okay.
Can you guys help us out? And we'll help you find your kids. I didn't think that they were a dwarf or an orc, though, but maybe when you guys have babies, you get non-dwarf or orc.
That I don't know. I'm not very experienced with that.
Oh.
What do you what does happen, Mo?
Before I answer this, like, do people treat kobolds like, I don't know, goblins?
Yeah, 100%. Maybe not like you might have had to like scare one out of a town one time, but they're not welcome for the most part.
All right, they're not welcome in
Mu-
like
mu-
regular
much
towns.
much like Alara. Drow.
Okay. Uh, Houndsman, that's not important right now. Um,
Well, I need to know someday. Mom wouldn't tell me.
Well, perhaps when you're old enough. We have more.
I'm plenty old.
Hush, hush, Houndsman. Hush. We have more important things to deal with right now.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. Those wolves are gonna wait till we're frozen, and then they're gonna eat us probably. The other two kobolds going, yeah, they're gonna eat us probably. They haven't yet, but probably.
Fine. Well, if you can show us to the other hostages, we will help you escape. But, and he'll
We
point
get
his
the
axe
other
at them,
guys.
we will be watching. And yes, we'll be going back to the others.
Okay, just hope they don't wake up the mammoth. You got more? Oh, I see a light over there. I guess that might be them. We saw the light. We just hid.
If you see anything else, you can hide as well.
And Snorp, Holgi, and Zobo will approach you. Oh, you guys are really nice.
Yeah, I like making new friends.
Just don't do anything suspicious.
Hey, if you guys help us get out of here, we'll help you save your children.
Very well. We have an accord.
Okay.
I've got plenty of cord if you need more cord.
No one. Never mind, Hausen.
Oh, okay. Just let me know if you need some.
Are you three ready?
Oh, yeah, we didn't find much here. We thought we were gonna have lots of big loot from a big giant, but, well, can't go exploring too well. We don't know where the kids are, to be honest. We just know that they're here. I think there's a cage around here somewhere. Jobo, did you see a cage? Yeah, I think I saw a cage. I don't remember. Can't get past the mammoth, though.
We must definitely return to the others. Somebody else must deal with these three.
As you start to exit the chamber, Snorp, Holgi, and Zobo following, in hushed voices, seemingly a little excited, as Draxius, Severage, and Alara would see the pair return with a trio of kobolds, all bundled up, nearly like very cold looking, but they are bundled in furs and old leathers that are way past their prime, scavenged probably. You would, looking at that, Severage, as you were looking over this, well, you would notice the occasional kobold tooth stuck in the side of this frozen whale. But as you reunite with each other, that'll be where we'll take our little 5-10 minute break and pick up here in a few.
I'm glad we didn't die, Houndsman.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah, same. If I had died this again so soon.
You're the one who created a bloody child
Yep.
to take on a suicide mission.
I just wanted a really young, naive character, and this works.
It works perfectly. I love it. But yeah, we'll pick up there at about, we'll say 10 till at the latest with, 3 kobolds in a trench coat. They're in separate trench coats though. But
Old balls.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all here in a
Alright.
few.
Wills don't need chairs. Yep, very fair point.
Yeah. Welcome back. Sorry for a little bit delay, but last we left off, apparently the group had entered the domicile of a frost giant led by some wolves. Staking out the place, found, well, Hounzen and Moktir found a trio of kobolds wanting to escape themselves, saying that the wolves wouldn't let them go. Or at least they were afraid that they would get eaten by them. And Mo and Hounzen bring them back to the trio and the whale room. And that's where we're going to pick up.
This thing's frozen solid.
These are not giants.
Yeah, don't take a bite of it. It'll break your teeth.
Yes, we found kobolds.
Some new friends, guys.
Hi, I'm Snorp. He kind of like waves at you all. Like half excitedly, but definitely looks malnourished.
Are these the children that we are here to save?
Don't believe Dugan's Hole is a kobold village.
No. And they said that they've either heard or seen children here as well.
But on the bright side, they said there's no giant, but that the wolves and the mammoth are keeping them here.
Mammoth?
For what?
A mammoth is like it's a really big animal with like long tusks and it's furry and it's got a lot of fur.
It is very large and formidable.
Yeah.
He stepped on
They-
Cardo.
Oh, look.
He's what?
He stepped on Cardo.
Oh, I thought you said his name was Cardo. No, he stepped on Cardo.
Or no,
Okay.
he was
I'm
talking
sorry.
about something. I don't know what the mammoth said.
The mammoth can talk too.
Well,
Maybe? He
Were the
sounded
wolves
crazy.
talking to the mammoth?
I think I
Okay.
heard him talk one time. Another of the kobolds said, yeah, I think he talked to the wolves once or twice. We kept quiet.
The mammoth talked to the wolves?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think so.
this is some sort of trap, perhaps. We're here for the mammoth?
Well, I like our chances versus a mammoth more so than a frost giant, but I still think they're quite perilous to go up against.
What does a
Especially-
mammoth eat?
I don't know, actually.
Kobolds look at each other. Grass?
Not
Not
children.
much grass.
There's not much around for a mammoth.
I think it eats people.
It probably eats kobolds.
That seems to be a theme around these parts.
Or these orcs and dwarfs' children.
I don't believe the dwarf has any children.
The dwarf is a child,
I
but that's
hope
besides the point.
The dwarf doesn't have a child.
Oh, keep your voice down. The mammoth to wake up.
Ah,
I don't have any kids, and
Oh, you
Mo
said we
wouldn't
were
tell
here.
me.
We were here for your children.
No, we were looking for children.
Not your children.
No, they're children from a town nearby.
Oh, that's weird.
I mean, wouldn't you help somebody else's children if they got lost?
They look at each other and just kind of shrug. Do we get food?
no.
I wouldn't put too
Maybe.
much faith in the
Usually, yes.
kobolds.
Hmm.
You're not putting nothing in me.
Came back
Yes,
this way. Does that mean
but-
that way was a dead end?
I did not see anything further, and these kobolds said the mammoth was the other direction.
To the south, where Houndsdon heard the loud breathing.
And do we want to back out and come in from a different angle?
With all of us out here, we could sneak up and kill the mammoth.
Oh,
We'd
you're
have
fighters.
we'd have meat for days.
Before we go further in, what do we think the wolves would have been expecting?
To die to
They
the
sent us in here, knowing that their ally, the mammoth, was waiting. What would they be doing right now?
Most likely waiting to prey on us afterwards.
children would not feed a mammoth and a bunch of wolves. But the 5 of us and some children might.
But a mammoth and all of us would feed wolves. For some time, I think.
I think it's a win-win for the wolves. We kill the mammoth, they have food. The mammoth kills us, they have food.
And they also have a weakened mammoth.
What if we lure the wolves back here? Make it look as though we are fleeing the mammoth in disorder.
Didn't we fight everything at the same time?
Or the wolves. Is the mammoth coming around here? Can it fit? I've never seen a mammoth.
As big as a
Yes.
giant.
The entryway is probably like part of it's 10 feet wide. The entryway from the outside. The entryway from the large hallway is 20 feet wide about.
I doubt it's much larger than this whale. And there seems to be plenty of space in
The
here.
whale is probably bigger than a mammoth, you would have to guess, Severage.
Give this thing legs and it's about half the length.
We're here for the children. Let them play their politics all they want.
Well. Excuse me. I say we go in the side entrance, try and find the children, and take our chances with the wolves outside.
Sounds like a plan.
Exit the way we came and go in the south entrance.
Unless Houndsdon and Draxius object. Let's do it.
I'm with you.
Sure. Yeah, let's go.
Snorkel will perk up. We're following you guys whenever we get out, right?
And then we get out.
All right. So you guys head outside through the whale chamber to the exterior, darkened sky, wind blowing about. Kobolds would kind of look at each other and then look in the distance. And they will immediately flee back inside. Ah! As... No, they're here!
Yes.
And... maybe about... just at the edge of the light, you would see one of the wolves lingering. Well, did you take care of it?
Not just yet.
There was no giant to be found.
What are you doing outside?
Well, we're moving to the other entrance. We've secured this entrance.
Have you? What did you find?
There's a frozen whale in there? Yeah.
What were those three figures behind you lurking inside?
What are those figures at the tree line lurking behind you?
Give me a deception check. 17, pretty good. You would see Koran. Actually, this is Kanan. Kanan's the big one. He looks behind him for a brief moment.
Yeah, I think Draxius is going to be walking a little bit towards them with his weapons out, unless somebody in our group is going to call him back.
I was ready for you to be throwing a javelin at him when he turned around.
That's what I figured you were gonna do.
Okay.
Josh,
I
bitch.
didn't want to really upset anybody. I think as soon as nobody is gonna object, yeah, there's gonna be a javelin launched.
All right, give me a javelin attack. 22 will hit. For 7 points of piercing damage. And I'm going to bring you guys to a map.
I feel like everybody knows that we were probably going to fight the wolves at some point here.
At some point.
Oh yeah,
But at the edge of the
it
light,
was inevitable.
Kanan gets struck with a javelin blow. And that's where we're going to roll initiative. You've chosen death.
Well, I got
Yeah.
a 6.
Just being outside, we choose death.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Death was chosen long ago.
Wind blustering about. You guys want Darkling or Eternal Terminal?
Let's go Eternal Terminal.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun one. All right. Everyone has rolled. Oh yeah, I got it.
Oh, we don't see the other guy.
You don't see the other one. I need to add a turn for Hounzen, who got a 6. As that will take us to the wolves. Well, that'll take us to Canaan. Who is going to quickly turn and run up all the way to Draxius. And he is going to... Actually, let me double check, see how big it is. Yeah, it's not huge. Gonna try and take a big bite out of Draxius. Getting a 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
As he quickly runs up and takes a snap at you. You will die here. Taking us to Mokatir.
Okay. I will run up and hack it with my axe.
Alright. Uh, 14 hits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. These are just wolves.
15 slashing.
Jeez. Yeah, as you hack away at Kanan, lets out kind of a half yelp and growl as he kind of rears back towards you.
I think I can make it here. I don't remember if I was one step backwards.
That's fair enough. I mean, I don't really know where you guys were standing exactly to begin with.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. That'll take us to Severage. Letters.
Right. I'm going to fall back a little bit and use the side of the building for a little bit of cover. And take a shot at this big wolf.
All right. 21 will also hit. For
8 points piercing
8
damage.
points of piercing damage as Kanan's looking pretty rough.
Loses 10 feet of movement.
Yeah. Anything else for Severage?
Can't really do anything with the bonus action at this point. Nope, I'm good. I will stay there.
All right, taking us to Draxius. Javelin sticking in the side of Kanan still.
I think Draxius and Mo have fought together enough, one time, but
One
that was
time?
enough to get a good rhythm. I think as he sees Mo go past him,
Tries.
oh, that's true. There were some Verbegan ogres. And,
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah. He like kind of rolls as the wolf tries to attack him. Mo runs past. He puts himself directly in on the other side of where Mo is about to strike next. Trying to get as much of the wolf's attention, he just lets out an incredible half giant shout in its face and warhammers. And I have the push mastery, but I don't know how. I don't know if that's if I can choose to do that or not.
Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was hoping to hit
You push
down.
you push it
not-
into the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
20 will hit. Well, 22 because you are flanking with Mo now.
Yep. And then I have Savage Attacker, so I'm going to do this twice.
Roll
here.
twice and choose your favorite.
Take the 11. The 11
All
sounds
right,
good.
for 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, Kanan's
all I'm
not
gonna
looking
do.
great. All right,
No casting.
taking us to Alara.
Okay. How big are these squares?
The squares in they're 10 by 10.
Okay.
So you use your
Sure.
little measure.
Yep. Thank
You're
you.
good.
I'm just thinking. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined. Situation of the object.
No.
Light in 20-foot radius. I'm going to get the others in it. Never mind.
You might be able to angle it. I know what you're talking about. You might be able to angle it to be like.
Fairy fire.
Is it a 20-foot square?
It's a 20-foot square.
So you might be able to angle like. I don't know the range
It's
of it.
2 by 2 on this map.
It's a 60-foot range,
Yeah.
and
So you could
so it
you could
affects
do it behind
each
it
object.
to where it lights
Okay.
up behind it and not hitting Mo or Draxius.
Isn't that square a 40-foot square?
Okay.
Oh,
I'd
you're right,
like
yeah.
to cast.
But still, nonetheless, yeah, you can.
I'd like.
You
Yeah.
definitely just get the
Yeah.
wolf,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'd like to cast Fairy Fire.
All right. What does it look like
Please.
as you cast Fairy Fire?
Just a whole bunch of looks like fireflies.
Okay.
To light up the area.
Nice. I gotta make a dex
What-
save. I'll put a little torch there as it does actually light up the area. Big dex save for Kanan. He got a 16 on his saving throw.
Yeah, fuck. Saves.
As he shakes off all these fireflies. Anything else for Alara? The area is still lit up though out there.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
So you can't cast 2 leveled spells in a turn.
Oh,
You can cast it next turn.
that's
though.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. End of turn.
All right, that'll take us to all the kobolds, like, we're help, as they pull out small little javelins from behind and all throw at, unfortunately, disadvantage because they're not going to get close enough to get good range on it. Getting a 6, a 5, and a 6 as 3 little kind of icicle-sized javelins land at the foot of this wolf. They're not doing... Actually, they might actually have... I'm going to check something. They do actually, so they have... As a straight roll. So 2 of them actually do hit. Getting a 6, a 15, and a 17. Canceling out their disadvantage for long distance. They have pack tactics. So the wolf takes little icicles, essentially. Little mini javelins piercing into it as it takes near minimum amount of damage. Like, we're helping! Get him! Taking us to Houndson.
Yeah, you guys are doing great. You might want to get a little bit closer. And then I'm going to get close enough to throw my hand axe at it. I'm going to rage first.
Alright, you are within range of your hand axe right now.
Okay, cool.
As he lets out a big yell.
I'm a big, strong man.
20 will hit.
And that's what,
A d6.
well, it doesn't,
Oh, because you can't actually roll the damage, can you, from the app?
not on the app, but I can choose a d6 and roll that.
There you
And I
go.
rolled a 1.
And what is your strength?
Well, I think I can, my strength on that is, need to change. My strength is a +3.
Alright, so 4 plus 2 for raging. Takes 6 points of damage. That's your minimum.
We need to work on his battle cry.
As his battle cry is, I'm a big, strong man. It still hits the wolf with one of his hand axes, though. Anything else for Houndson?
That's my turn.
As remember, you have now vexed it. That'll take us to hidden wolf number
Wait, Vex gives you advantage, right?
On your next attack.
On my next attack, and the Nick one is the one that if you
Right.
have 2 light weapons, you can do an
Right.
extra attack.
As the
Okay.
second wolf charges out of the darkness towards Draxius, lunging at him with its bite. Now getting advantage for a natural 20. As Draxius, you take 20 points of piercing damage. As this wolf
I'm at 0.
out of the darkness lunges at you, tackles you, and just bites into your backside.
Unless we leveled up when I was gone, I'm at 0.
You did not. As Draxius just gets trampled by this massive wolf from the darkness. Kanan kind of like shaking off all of this axe and crossbow bolt and little mini icicles. Taking us to Kanan's turn, who looks to Mokatir and breathing in the cold air around it, releases it towards him. And Mo, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw. All right.
10.
With a 10, you take 18 points of cold damage. As this freezing blast of cold air sticks to you, immediately feel the frostbite all over your body. And Kanan will kind of go around you a little bit, away from the fallen form of Draxius. Taking us to Mo.
Okay. As he shakes off the cold and kind of second winds himself.
All right.
That's just a D10.
D10
Plus
your
my level?
fighter level. Yep. All right.
Okay,
You get
10 points. All right. And then I'll run alongside of it to right there.
All right.
As I'm kind of just dragging my great axe along and kind of using the momentum to hit both of them with my cleave.
Gotcha. I got you. Yeah. First attack
hopefully
against
first-
Kanan.
All right, 17.
17 will hit Kanan. The southern.
All right, and then the cleave attack will be on the top one.
That will also hit.
All right, so there's that.
For 7 against Kanan.
I thought so before it gave me like the pop-up of what I rolled. It's not doing it this time.
What do you mean?
Like if I clicked on the number, it'd tell me like what I rolled. The only reason why I ask is because I have the great axe or great weapon fighting.
Roll 1d12, man. You rolled a 4.
Okay. All right, so then no, and then the other one for cleave, that is just the weapon die, no modifiers.
Just the weapon, or either just the weapon or just the modifiers.
Just the weapon.
Just the weapon.
Just the weapon.
No modifiers.
Yeah, the hammer that deals damage when you miss is just the modifier.
Gotcha.
All right. So 8 points to the top one.
Fair enough. Kanan's still looking pretty rough. Karan taking a swipe there, seeming actually just as ferocious as Kanan at this point.
Okay. And that'll be my turn.
All right, that'll take us to Severage. Seeing Draxius go down, what you doing?
Oh,
What were you gonna say?
action surge. I'll wait
Fair
till next
enough.
turn.
I will brace and try to continue shooting the older,
All right.
the larger of the wolf. I guess we never really.
They're
if he's
actually the
necessarily
same
older.
size, but yeah, that is the one who seemed larger earlier. They're from the same litter. All right, an 18 will hit. Still not bad
Yay,
for
man.
12 points of piercing damage as a crossbow bolt hits into Kanan, lets out a yelp, seemingly bloodied and very tired. Anything else for Severage?
I'm gonna tuck around this corner.
All right, taking the hide action.
I got a free bonus action. I might as well.
Yeah, go for it. You feel stealthified. That'll take us to Draxius. Draxius, if you will, please roll a
I
death
also
save.
take the hide action.
You are hiding, getting buried in snow.
Your soul is
Hide.
hiding from your body.
I was gonna say hide from the DM.
Yeah.
Do I roll just a d20, right?
Yeah. All right. That'll take us to Alara.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to Hunter's Mark. What's he? Not Karan, the other one.
The one on the south.
Yeah.
It's hard to
I'm
tell them
gonna
apart. But yeah.
Hunter's Mark him and
All
take a
right.
shot,
Let's see,
and
that
hopefully it
shot.
hits. Let's see. I will.
Unfortunately,
Oh, for
an
fuck's
11 is going to be a miss. As you try and take aim, Kanan just kind of dodges out of the way, just barely. Anything else for
Okay.
Alara?
No, I'll stay where I am because I still want to stay within range if I need to quickly run up and cure wound someone because
Alright.
we don't have our magic bird.
That will take us to the 3 kobolds who kind of form a line. Throwing javelins at Kanan. Seemingly the wounded wolf. Straight rolls. Getting a 5, a natural 20, and a natural 1. Dealing 10 points of damage to Kanan with that crit. As he nearly tumbles to the ground, but kind of stands himself up, face almost going into the snow. Taking us to Houndson.
Alright. Can I make it to Draxius?
You can. He is 20 feet away from you right now.
Alright, I'm gonna go there and but can I do it without taking attacks of opportunity?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna give him my potion of healing.
All right. Using your action to force your potion down his mouth, like a child.
Yeah, who's the child now?
Yeah. Roll me 2d4 plus 2, if you can.
Let's see. I can do some rolls.
Yeah.
I can do.
Give me 2 1d4s. I can't wait for the Roll20's new app and character sheet because it looks like it'll work great on other devices. That's not bad.
Cool.
As Draxius, you come to with 7 hit points.
And I'm going to bonus action maintain my rage.
All right. Taking us to the wolves. As they are gonna... Well, Karan, kind of ignoring the downed Goliath next to him right now, takes aim at Mokatir that just hurt him and lets out a bite. I hate it, Mo, but got a natural 20.
Okay.
As Mokatir, you take 22 points of piercing damage.
Okay. I start to fall down to the ground. My eyes roll back, and then I just plant one of my back feet on there, and I'm back in with 1 hit point.
Somehow Mo doesn't fall down. His relentless endurance from his
Ah,
orcish heritage keeps him alive. Almost had you.
I'll show you.
Sorry.
No, that makes sense that he coughs up some blood in that moment.
Sorry, Wolf. I'm not done yet.
That'll take us to Kanan, who, seeing this orc just as hurt as he is, but also seeing the dwarf and the Goliath. Let's see if he gets his... Does not get his breath back. We'll take a bite out at Mo. Getting a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
As Mo
And-
does fall down in this moment from 12 points of piercing damage. Kanan will kind of run up to the dwarf now, being the only standing person in this moment. Taking us to Mokatir. Mo, give me a death save. Alright. Taking us to Severage.
I'm gonna come out from around the corner, inspect the carnage.
Seemingly
Oh.
stealthed around the corner, yeah.
I will continue firing at the one that probably is looking slightly in a different direction. The one I've continued to shoot.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's mostly injured.
Very injured. 20 will hit.
Houndson is standing, right?
Houndson is the only one standing over there, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, so
For 12 points of damage, as... What does it look like as Kanan breathes his last?
just a well-placed shot as I round this corner.
He's taking aim right in the chest, seeing this beaten and bloodied wolf let out the slightest, in the middle of a growl towards Houndson, about to charge him. Just flops down on his side as blood begins to seep into the snow. Anything else for Severage?
Circle around that and try to hide behind this one.
All right, give me a stealth check. Very well hidden. That'll take us to Draxius, on the ground with seeing Houndson pull a potion from your mouth. Just in time to see Mokatir take a barrage of attacks from both these wolves, as Kanan is down now.
I think Draxius laying on the ground, seeing Mo hit the ground next to him. Can he reach Mo just by reaching out?
He can crawl over using 10 feet of movement if you want.
I think Draxius rolls towards Mo, places his giant hand on Mo's chest, and fills him with 9 hit points. As his eyes glow, and, there's magic and stuff happening.
Fair enough.
But then he looks at the wolf above him, and then disappears. And he reappears about 20 feet above the wolf, falling.
All right. I'll say one of two things can happen here. Either you can attack with advantage and take the falling damage, or rather, you can attack with advantage, sharing the falling damage with the wolf. But if you miss your attack, you take all the falling damage.
We have no inspiration, right?
Not yet. Roll that for 1, you'll get in some inspiration.
This is not the time to do that.
Don't do it as a trap.
But yeah, I'll say you have advantage on the roll. If you miss with it, you take all the fall damage. If you hit with it, you can split the fall damage between you and the wolf.
Is lay on hands an action or bonus action in the new rules?
It is a bonus action in the new rules, I believe, actually.
So I can't use a bonus action to smite, right?
Correct. And you wouldn't be able to use a bonus action to Misty Step.
That's right. I thought it was my action
To Misty Step?
to lay on hands.
I believe... Let's go all the way down. And for those of you watching, we are using the 1D&D rules. I believe the playtest 7? No.
Nope.
6.
6. It's
Fine Paladin. I'm pretty sure, don't take my word for it, but I'm pretty sure they changed it to bonus action for lay on hands. As a bonus action, yes.
all right. All right. Apologies for that. Yeah, so I
Very
will
good.
definitely still lay on hands, but I'll use the rest of my movement to roll back away from Mo
Okay.
and stand up if I'm able.
How much are you healing Mo for?
9.
9. And then standing up, you can easily stand up and move back to your position, essentially.
Okay. And is that the rest of my movement used up?
Be 10, standing up 15, and that would be 5, yes.
Okay. Then I will attack.
Alright. And 11's going to be a miss, unfortunately.
It makes sense.
That is rolling up.
Given everything
Hey,
that just happened.
you're there. Fair enough. Hey, but Mo's breathing once again. Taking us to Alara. And as a
Okay.
bonus action, you can change the target of your hunter's mark.
Yeah. Like to change the target of my hunter's mark, please.
Fair enough.
Remaining wolf. And then I'm going to make another attempt to hit it.
Alright. Give me that bow attack. Yeah, natural 20. Yeah. Roll me some damage with that. For a total of... so we'll ignore your second dice roll and just add...
Ignore the 2 and change it to an 8.
Change it to an 8, essentially. Because we are also using crunchy crits in this. So that'll be 14
23.
plus 9. 23 points of damage. Yeah, striking this wolf in the meat of his neck. Karan...
Meaty.
He is meaty. Thick fur. Still kind of gets knocked back a little bit just by the sheer power and precise aim of that strike. Now he really has a limp. His like kind of shoulder / neck area. Anything else for Alara?
Nope. Nope, she's gonna stay right there. She's still within range of the others.
Alright.
Yeah. So she's gonna stay right there.
That'll take us to the 3 kobolds who will continue to throw 3 javelins. Hitting with 2 of them. Hitting a 15, a 3, and a 13. As Karan takes 7 points of damage. Hilarious. One of them did -1 point of piercing. It heals. As a trio of javelins, they are now out of javelins, land in the snow and on the wolf. Taking us to Houndson.
All right, I'm going to use my trident to attack the other wolf.
All right, running up next to Draxius with your trident pulled out.
I'm gonna go two-handed.
All right, 19 will hit.
And what is that, a D10 for two-handed?
Yes. For the new trident, it is a D10. He's got to make a con save to see if he's toppled. Getting a 5, as he is indeed toppled, as he takes 6 plus 2, or 3 plus 3 points of strength plus 2 points, takes 8 points of damage. As he does indeed fall over onto the ground.
I got him down. Guys, I got him down.
Anything else for Houndsdon?
I'm a big, strong man. I'm good.
All right. Unfortunately, that takes us right to Karan's turn as he
I know.
gets right back up. Kanan. And who took the last blow against Kanan? It was Severage.
Good luck finding me.
And he will inhale and rapidly exhale at Draxius and Houndsdon. I need both you guys to give me dexterity saves.
Can I forego a dexterity save to jump in front of Houndsdon and just take it?
I would say you would need to succeed the dexterity save to do so.
Okay, that's what my dexterity save is for, not take the damage.
All right. Or essentially, or tell you what, you doing that, succeeding on yours, will give Hounds an advantage, rather, on his dex
Okay.
save. As you step in front of Houndsdon. Houndsdon, give me a dex save.
Do I
advantage.
already have advantage with the danger sense?
You do. Interesting. Tell you what, there is specifically a fighting style that can help with this. But tell you what, we'll do Draxius give me a oh boy. Acrobatics check or athletics to push Houndsdon out of the way? All right. Yeah, and you'll take all of the damage that Houndsdon is going to take. And Houndsdon, give me a dex save for 0 damage. If you take no damage. All right. So Houndsdon, you're still
Got a
gonna
4.
you're still gonna take half, even though you failed. And Draxius will take 1.5. As Houndsdon, you take 9 points of cold damage. And Draxius, you take 27 points of cold damage. Oh, wait, but you pass, so then you would just take 18.
I'm resistant to cold damage.
So you would take half of that. So you would take 9.
All right, I'm at 0.
As Draxius falls down, pushing Houndsdon out of the way. Taking us to Mokatir on the ground at the moment. You see Draxius get covered in cold. Not honestly, if he wasn't hurt already, it doesn't seem like it would affect him that much, but he did take it.
He's going to roll over off of his back, scramble his feet, and just kind of run to the back of him. As I know he doesn't get flanking, but at least he can turn the direction.
Yeah.
And he will attack. Yes, he will attack. A 15.
15 will hit.
For 13 points of slashing.
13 points of slashing is, yeah, this wolf not looking too great.
He will action search and do it again.
All right, action surge, do it again.
17.
If only you had that crit. For 5, which I think is a 2? That is a 2.
Which I can reroll.
You
Yes.
can reroll, yeah. Getting a 5 again. It was meant to be. Quickly going in for another hack, seeing the opening. Yep. Karan's looking horrible.
And that will be my turn.
Alright, that'll take us to Severage.
I guess I'll peek around the corner and take another shot. We're still fighting this wolf. How well hidden was I?
Very well hidden. You got a 21, I think? 23? You do have advantage, and you will have sneak attack. 20 to hit. I will most certainly do it.
10 points of damage.
As nearly stumbles to the ground, getting snow all over him. Seemingly unfazed by the snow, but the damage you guys are doing is quite overwhelming. Anything else for Severage?
I'll just tuck back behind that, but no, I'm good.
All right. Draxius, you'll whisper me a death save.
What do I whisper?
So on your character sheet, there should be a... Underneath your hit points, you'll see the... Well, at the top of your
I see it.
sheet...
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
I clicked.
Wasn't working last time either, so...
That's fair enough. Taking us to Alara.
Okay. Each of these squares. Yeah. About 10 foot. Okay. I am going to cast. Should I use both my spells? Probably not, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns onto my next arrow.
Right. Is Hail of Thorns a concentration spell?
Oh, just give
So
me
you
a
would lose
sec.
concentration on your hunter's mark, if so.
Times of yeah, it's concentration. Never mind, I won't do it then. I think he's injured enough. I'll just take the shot.
All right. Getting a 10 to hit, unfortunately, is going to be a miss.
Okay.
The kobolds are all out of javelins. Anything else for Alara?
No, all the other actions that I would possibly take are all full actions. So that's it for me, I think.
All right. The kobolds would kind of like line up at the entrance, be like, "Yeah, get him, get him, get him!" Like all excited. Also, all out of ranged weapons. They had 3 javelins each. Taking us to Houndson. Draxius pushing you aside, unconscious in front of you. A wolf badly injured next to him, and Mokatir. Mo's on the opposite side of you from the wolf.
Alright, I'm gonna attack. And I'm gonna do it recklessly.
Alright, going with advantage and with flanking.
I'm gonna use my trident two-handed.
Alright. For a big old thrust. 24 will hit.
And well, I've seen it use cold damage. I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm gonna do my frost strike on top of that.
Alright. What does it look like as you use your frost strike?
Like I'll speak in giant, come forth, and my trident will, like, the tip of it will freeze over, like ice over.
Fair
Or
enough.
no, I wouldn't say ice, like frost over.
Yeah, I
Like,
gotcha.
there's ooh,
Nice.
nice.
10 points
So-
of piercing damage, and was it
Plus
D6?
3 plus Well, +3 +2 for my raging.
15 points of piercing damage. You thrust
And
your...
then
Yeah.
my frost strike should be
Yeah, there you go. 4 points of cold damage.
that.
As the frost seems to have no effect on it.
I figured as much, but I wanted to give it a try. Just go all out.
However, it is the end of Koran. What does it look as you thrust forward?
Just like the trying going like straight into his chest and like kind of picking him up off the ground a little bit, and then I'll heave him on his side.
Yeah, thrusting upward into the chest of this large winter wolf, sputtering blood.
Quick,
She will take
somebody
you
save.
next.
I don't care. Someone save Draxius.
I come running forward,
All right.
and I'm going to use Cure Wounds.
As yeah, we can hop out of combat there. Go and roll me a Cure Wounds on Draxius.
Which I believe is how many? It's 2d8
Yes.
plus my ability bonus.
Nice. 8 plus your Wisdom modifier.
Which I believe is a +3.
All right. Draxius, you come to with 11 hit points. Alara standing over you.
Ugh.
Kobolds will now
Is everyone okay?
run forward, and as you say that, the kobolds are running forward and just starting to stab these wolves. There.
Hey, stop stabbing them. You're gonna ruin the pelts.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Azraxis asks if everybody's okay. Mo will kind of just laugh at that because Draxus is the most messed up.
It's fair.
Everyone's fine, Draxius.
Yeah, we're okay. Thanks for asking.
Think nothing of it. He also he doesn't get completely off the ground. He just sort of like crawls up just a little bit and rests his head on the dead wolf like a pillow.
Nice cold pillow. As their bodies are cold to the touch, even without, being frosted over.
Well, we've dealt with one of the problems. As Mo just kind of sits down. Perhaps we patch ourselves up before moving forward.
We should look out for those hungry, smaller wolves that were trailing us.
Always be on the lookout for wolves.
Indeed. You guys
Honestly,
might want to pick up your javelins again.
They are 100% collecting their javelins.
Yeah, I would pick up my hand axe.
those wolves were looking for a meal, and they've got 2 hella big meals right here.
That are very close to us.
I mean, well, you did say you were gonna help me skin a wolf. You wanna get one of these big ones?
I mean, we need proof that we actually killed them.
We can drag them inside. Just
Perhaps
out of the wind.
Well, there's still that mammoth inside, right?
Oh yeah, just don't go in the big chamber.
Okay, we can go in the small chamber that it can't fit in, and
Oh, it can fit.
well, that doesn't make any sense. Then why would we go in there at all right now?
Oh, I thought we were rescuing your children. I mean,
We will.
the children.
Yeah, we will go get the children after we rest for a moment out here.
It's just so cold. The wind.
You can go inside if you want.
But they do seem hungry. Snorp and Holgi will carve off one of the hunks of legs. Like, just start getting to work with these small daggers that they have under their belts. Start just cutting off a leg, like a back leg of Kanan. We're gonna get this to eat. Okay? We're happy with your kids, I promise.
Okay.
Hmm.
And they will just take
No.
it a little bit to the inside of the space here. And start eating. Without cooking it.
Of course.
So you guys are gonna skin the wolf?
Okay.
All right. One of you guys want to try to skin Cran's body has at least full intact as the 3 kobolds took the leg off of Kanan. If you want, one of you can give me a survival check at advantage, or you can both roll separately.
Um,
And we'll say, Alara, since you're showing him how to skin a wolf, or helping him skin a wolf, rather, helping show him, why don't you roll
Yeah.
with advantage? All right, with a 16, we'll take the better part of like 30, 45 minutes to skin this wolf. It's a large beast. Actually, we'll say like 30 minutes. Spending time out here in the snow. You do get a good sizable pelt from it.
Mhm.
Still bloodied, not cured, but
Yeah.
it is a frost wolf pelt.
Thanks. That was a lot better than the last time I tried with that.
just takes practice, mate. And plenty of that. Probably find plenty of that around these parts.
And you said we can't salvage the other one, or just less of it?
There's just less of it. It's not complete. The kobolds didn't really do the best job of taking off the one of the hind legs, so it probably got a little bit of the tail and a little bit of the ribs with it. And just kind of like tearing off the skin, and they're eating the skin too as they're just munching down.
So much hair.
I guess
they don't
while
seem
they
to
were
care.
skinning that one, I would work on the other one, and I'm not doing a good job since it's like 3/4
Yeah,
a thing.
Give-
But I'll
give me a
give it a
survival
whirl.
check. Yeah, go for it.
13.
13. It's serviceable. When you get to like the face and stuff, you can't really do very well, but you have for the most part, a completed pelt. 13 is not bad. It might take you a little longer as well.
Well, at least we have proof that we've taken out the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
But are you guys wanting to take a short rest?
Please.
All right. So spending another 30 minutes or so sitting around, getting a short rest in easily enough. That'll actually probably be a good spot to end tonight. After skinning these 2 winter wolves who are gonna betray you the whole time. Just hoping that you would get a little dwindled down first. Not expecting you to find allies within to throw a few javelins each. But yeah, we'll pick up there next time
I
with
mean, it's Icewind. We gotta, play smart.
exactly. We'll pick up next week with hopefully, or no, I think Tyler will still be gone next week. But hopefully you'll find those kids. And we'll see about that mammoth next time.
How do I reach these kids?
Exactly. But